So this is for guys and girls. Basic tip, but so effective. You want to increase your leg size. And you're thinking, hey, and guys, you definitely should be doing more squats. But anyway, you're thinking, hey, you know what? I ain't seen much growth, strength gains, etc., for a while. Just want to do something, I really want to kick it up. Try Widowmakers. So Widowmaker is like a back offset where you do a much more reps. So something I like to do, build up to your your 5 rep max, once you know what that is. Now, do your first set for 5 reps. So let's say you can do 200 kg for 5 reps. So you go for 200 kg. Now, if you can get more than 5 reps, keep going. Don't stop at 5 reps. This is why the 3 sets of 5, 3 sets of 8 thing is silly. Because if you get 8, but you could have got a set of 12, 13, but you're going to build much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Much more of the muscle fibers. You're going to stimulate them. You're just going to build much more muscle, build more strength, and burn more fat. So build up, and eventually you'll find your 5 rep max. And every week, try and progressively get stronger with progressive overload. But yeah, this is where this kicks in. So let's say you're doing 200 kg, you get 5 reps. On your 5th rep, you're like, ooh, you rack it in, you can't get anything else done. That was your 5 rep maximum. Put the weight on the bar. Boom, that's it, you're done. You're going to take off the clips. Now you're going to deload the weight, drop to about 140 or what you can do. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to do a Widowmaker set after a 3-minute break. How many reps? You're going to do at least 20. If you can get more reps, do it. Maybe you'll get 21, 22, 23. If you can beat 20 reps, up the weight next time. So you go to 142. You do and 202 for your first one. You see where I'm going? I've done this method, and it works so well. I remember literally when I could only squat 200 kg, and I first started implementing this on the DC training, and I was squatting 200 kg, and I was doing 140 for 20 reps. By the time I was done, I was doing 265 for 5 reps, and I was squatting 180 for 20 reps, because I just built up my stamina so much, and my legs just increased in strength, size, and everything. My abs did, because obviously think of all that weight on your abdominals, what that's going to do for your abs, what's going to do for your strength, burning fat, building muscle. And they're not just stuck on legs, even though I've done this one primarily for legs, because I think they work so effectively on legs. You can do this in a lot of exercises, overhead press, bent over rows, etc., bench press even. But yes, this is a great way to give your legs some extra gains, because you're hitting 2 different ways. You're lifting super heavy, and then you're lifting for really high reps. Now, the other mistake people make is they go, should I do high reps or should I lift heavy? Why don't you lift heavy for high reps? Who's stronger, the guy who does a 1 rep max or the guy who lifts 10 reps for the max he can lift 10 for and 11 to kill him? You're both doing the same thing. You don't have to be lifting like a fairy, so just use a bit of common sense. But you will see so much growth from this, I promise you. Just another way of implementing and improving your training.